This is kvci.blogspot.com, George Boston Rhymes. I traveled to Willacoochee, Georgia yesterday, and all of the video clips that you have seen was done by me. I was informed that the local news media, television stations, and newspapers were notified, but they were not at City Hall. We can only imagine what is going to happen to this beloved nation of ours if people cannot get the news media outlets to tell their story, to publicize what is happening in their communities. For decades, I have been talking about this. Al Parson of the Lake Park Post, my beautiful Caucasian brother, tried to do his best to inform the people here in Valdosta and South Georgia about the real cutting-edge news. He did investigative reporting. He supported the pastors and the problems that had been highlighted in the Valdosta and Lowndes County Jail. But little support did he get from the masses of the people. It seems as if, though, unless you are among the cliques and among the slicks, you suffer when you try to give people in the United States of America a balanced diet. Beyond the rhetoric that you hear on Frank Barnes and Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh and others, and Glenn Parker articles that she published, and Cal Thomas, it seems like you can't get people to sponsor you. You can't get people to stand up on the principles of the founding fathers of this great republic of ours. And so if we are not careful, we're going to lose this republic. We're going to lose all of the gains that we have made over these hundreds of years. But we have nobody to blame but ourselves. We know now that there are black and white right people whose hearts are as pure and as correct and as on point as the founding fathers of this republic. But many of us have given up hope. We feel that anybody that we vote into office is going to get with those in power, and they're going to manipulate the rest of us for their own self-gains, and we will continue to not have a voice.
Here's what's the most perplexing before we get a break.
If you love this nation, you ought to support the very few people, that are standing up against the dominators and controllers and reverse patriots and reverse Christians of this dispensation. I'm a retired military veteran. I don't have a lot of money. Walmart terminated me in March 20th of 2008. I haven't worked since. But I love you enough to do what I do. I love you enough, and I've learned in my lifetime that if those who go to church on Sunday, those who go to synagogues, those who go to the masjid, and those who go to mosques and other temples of worship to prove to the world that they love somebody outside of themselves. But if these people just go to church, that's all they can do. They see news-worthy information, but it is ignored, and you know they're doing it, and you say nothing. You send letters to the editors and you see your letters are not published because they are against a particular party. That's not what this country was supposed to be. That's not the image that this country wants the world to see. But that is the realities of life. And so our children get a distorted view of reality when our newspapers and television and radio stations ignores the news here in South Georgia in particular, and perhaps around the world, because they don't want you to know. They know that if you're deaf, dumb, and blind to the times, you are easily controlled. They read their Bible and they heard, according to Scripture, what Jesus said, that ye shall know the truth, and that the truth was set and make you free. And if truth will make you free, if truth will set you free, then there are those who want to control you. They don't want you. They don't want you to know the truth. They want you to be their subordinate, their modern day slave, their modern day workers like in Walmart Stores Incorporated, wherein they can fire you for good cause, bad cause, or for no cause at all in the state of Georgia, thanks to our legislators who allows the at-will to work law to exist. You've seen my clips here on YouTube, and if you haven't, visit them. Visit them and see that I was terminated under the heading of inability to perform job. Yet I was not entered into the 4-week training program of Walmart Stores Incorporated, which is mandatory for every department manager that is employed at Walmart Stores Incorporated in the United States of America and perhaps around the world. I've sent Walmart 34 letters refuting my termination under the heading of inability to perform job. 80 videos traveled to Bentonville, Arkansas, and they still refuses to even send me one letter, one response to my questions that I asked them, such as, the 34-page document of training. Did you create it? And if so, why was I not entered into that training program? Who was assigned as my trainer? Why is it that you can ignore active duties and retired military personnel and disabled veterans? Why is it that your assistant managers will come out off the records and co-managers off the record and tell me and others that Walmart Stores Incorporated will not even answer you if you have a rebuttal to an issue or wrongful termination? Well, you have made a believer out of me. But back on point. We can either sit back and accept what they are thrusting down our throats, or we can pick up our cameras, we can write letters, and we can use our voices with the Occupy Walmart movement to let the people and around the world know that just maybe there's something going wrong in America. Maybe we are not the great nation that we have been portrayed in the public, and just maybe the words of Jesus needs to be made a reality. And that is Galatians 6 and 7. For God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man or nation sow, that shall they also reap. And this is also applicable to Walmart Stores Incorporated and other major companies that mistreat their workers and refuse to provide even a courteous response.
I mean, one would have to deduce from that we just don't have a really good candidate.
Well, I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to leave you as I started, with truth. Peace be unto you, and may God forever shine upon you. And if America is to stand as the land of the free and the home of the brave, we are going to have to change our course. We're going to have to change our direction, or this nation will be destroyed from within. We can take it, or we can let it alone. Peace.